So
right, so
explain what it is for the new people. I'm just guiding you along, man. It's just like we're on a happy little trail, and I'm just
I mean, I
the
was
tour
going
guide.
to. I was going to do interrupting me.
So
Don't
I
ever
got the
interrupt me.
I just got the
Don't,
lantern.
don't, don't,
I got the lantern. And I'm taking you
don't.
to the dark.
All right, Disgruntled Gamer Rant. This is where we pick this random subjects to talk about and just rant on them. Sometimes they're not involve anything about gaming, but we feel like we're kind of pissed off about it. We'll talk about it. All right. But today's
Remember that time we were pissed off about the Virtual Boy?
Yeah, Virtual Boy.
That deserved it.
Yeah, it did. All right, but today's Disgruntled Gamer Rant is
Reddit.
Subreddits too, mainly. Yeah. But Reddit, just Reddit in general. All
it's
right?
getting out of control.
All right, so we wanted to cover a story that recently happened. On Reddit, even though it's a cesspool of fucking just, people say woke a lot, that word woke.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But that's what it is.
Yep.
It's just a cesspool of woke people.
I feel like it's
get offended by everything. You can't have, there's no opinions or thoughts, different ideas in this space because
so
the Reddit managers or moderators will just kick you the fuck out.
It's so bad though. Here's the thing: it's so bad that it's the woke are getting offended by the other woke, and now it's like an offend off. It's kind of like, you ever seen when like two tornadoes merge into one giant tornado? That's basically what's going on here.
But it's like a cesspool now. I remember Reddit when it first came about was like the underground of the internet, right? People could say whatever the fuck you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. It was like the dark web without being the dark web.
Something really weird happened, Grant.
2020, 2009, COVID is what happened.
No, before that, Grant.
It wasn't as bad. About 2019, 2020 is when they started getting bad.
2015. When someone came down the escalators.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
And decided that he was a Republican. Imagine if he said he was a Democrat.
How do you think? Let me ask you a question.
How much of the world? Where would we be at?
Right, what's crazy?
Would they be calling him the next Messiah on the left?
I think so. But you know what would be crazy? I wish I had the ability to see split timelines, because I would like to, because I'm sure there is a
multiverse. Great.
Exactly. Oh God.
Oh,
yeah, actually. Yeah.
Now you want a multiverse.
Yeah, because I guarantee there is, if you believe in multiple universes, I kind of think it's a possibility. I don't know. Maybe there's a different one, and and Ed's the handsome one, and I'm not in another multiverse, but this one I am. But he's probably a Democrat. I would like to see what that would be like.
It'd be kind of odd, wouldn't it be?
I would like to see how The View sucks him off.
What if he talked about this? I'd say he's a Democrat.
He could be on The View every week.
But he was the same when it came to his policy and outlook. Right?
Yeah. Oh, they agree with everything. They agree with everything he's done. Everything. Absolutely everything.
They would. All right. Anyway, so let's get back to this subreddit. All right. So as we know, after sometime after 2015, the I would say super woke took over Reddit, and the moderators started being, we're fucking 19-year-olds old and we live with our fucking mothers.
But here's the thing is,
and we have power. We're the moderators on Reddit. We got power, Grant.
During that time, well, yeah, it's true. But during that time, it was a little self-contained to certain subreddits. You know what I mean? Political subreddits, mainly. But in 2019, it was like the T virus exploded all over Raccoon City. You couldn't even say hello. You say, "Hey guys, how are you doing? Are you a Democrat or Republican?" Everything was Republican, Democrat. Politics was literally everything.
Okay, this is where I want to start right here. This is an example of many, but this is a very recent example. All right, so Lord of the Fallen's developers, they were talking about how they want to keep stupid ideologies out of gaming and keep politics out of gaming. They were very
normal stuff, normal things that everybody wants.
Normal stuff when you're making a fucking fantasy game.
Normal things that all gamers want.
Yeah. So, and they were very open about it. The developers, like, we don't agree with all this ideology crap, politics, and gaming. Separate the two. This is about fantasy. It's about the gamer, right? Just making a good game, whatever. So, they just released 2.0 for Lords of the Fallen. They upgraded, you can make your characters look better. You can actually, if you purchase this game, you can actually get a friend to play with you for free. You can actually invite them and they can get the copy for free. And you can play multiplayer on it and everything like that. They added a lot of good updates that the fans of the game wanted.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And they listened to the feedback and they did this huge update to it, 2.0. But anyway, Grant, so the developers of their own game.
Hey, I just noticed something.
What?
The title of the restream is the same as last one.
No, it's not. It's episode 96, Nintendo Caves.
It says episode 95 on mine.
Well, on YouTube, on X, on everything we posted to, it says episode 96. I think your computer's just... I think your computer's just trash.
Nick, you're probably right.
I think it's trash. You want me to check here, Grant? Here, I'll check for you since you interrupted me.
You're trash.
Oh, look, it says episode 96, Nintendo Caves. So shut the fuck up and let me finish.
Your face is trash.
All right. All right. Anyway, so back to this. The developers of their own game in a subreddit about their own game were banned.
Have you ever seen that before?
Citing fascist ideology, which is what? Because they don't want identity politics in their games, or any type of politics, or they're just focused on the gamer and the feedback from the gamer. So my question is, who's the moderator of this, and do they even play the fucking game? You know what I mean? Like, are they even a fan of the game, or do these people like create these subreddits because they want clicks and views and like to be control of something, just so they can like maintain I would say the arena of ideas, but it only can be a certain idea, right? Only can be one side of the idea. You can't be freedom of thoughts, or have a nice little community, discussing and stuff like that. I get you're like straight up out racist and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I get that. Like, if you got a straight up racist or someone on your like feed, I get removing them.
Correct.
I get that. That's fine. All right. If they're really racist and they're saying racist things, I get that. But not a different thought. Not for a developer of this game, of this subreddit, which the subreddit's about. It's about the Lords of the fucking Fallen. All right. What's up, Prepared Artists? Hey, thanks for joining, man.
What's up, man?
But so they removed their own fucking developers, dude. Like, because of them coming out on social media and saying what they think when it comes to what gaming should be when making a game. Like, what is the development process of a game? We're, as our company, you got other companies that can do whatever the fuck they want. It's going to be up to the gamers to buy their game or not. But their outlook on game development is no identity politics, no, real world deisms that we have, no social politics or anything like that. Okay. They don't want it in their game when it comes to development, which is very normal.
No, yeah.
Like a few years ago, normal. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. But this is like example of there's many other examples of Reddit just being a cesspool of shit.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, I'm super petty. Like, if I had as much money as these guys had, like, I'd be like, you want to see fascism? Well, watch this. I would hire somebody to find IP addresses, and I'd ban them from playing this game. That's exactly what I'd do.
So the people that cry fascism,
but just get a VPN.
So the people that cry fascism here, fascist ideology, from a developer just saying
he doesn't know what fascism is. They couldn't even tell you what it is.
So the people citing fascism or claiming fascism here to remove their fucking developers from their own subreddit are actually fascist because they do not accept the I would say, differing ideas or different opinions or thoughts. So you are hence actual, literally,
Yeah,
you're literal
that's right.
fascist.
They should sue for defamation. They should. But everybody, 90% of the people who claim fascism can't even tell you what it is. 90% of the people who say you're a Nazi don't even know what the Nazis really did. Except all they do is they cite things that the news tells them to say. That's
All right,
it.
let me tell you something, Grant. All right, so if you don't remember, Antifa when they were really up and about doing
Mm-hmm.
stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does it stand for, right? Anti-fascist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they were going up to people and pretty much like people interrupting people during dinners, like outside on a patio a lot.
Yeah.
When they're doing a little fucking whatever they're doing,
Meltdown.
protest. Come up to people and tell them they have to say something, and they get in their faces. You need to say this, but they're anti-fascists, right?
Yeah.
But they're getting in the face. Oh, you have to say this, and they were like pretty much bothering people and like to the point of like putting their hands on people.
Yeah. Oh,
You
they
need
were
to
putting
say
their
this.
hands
You
on them.
remember when all this happened? Like they
Oh
were
yeah.
saying they were like trying to stop speech and everything.
And everybody
On-
thought they were the good guys, or at least everybody on
Oh,
the left.
you know what? Someone responded to me on Twitter when I just said something, snarky. They were like, "Oh, well, they're actual anti-fascists. It's in their name." Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right. All right. That's cool. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, yeah, they're anti-fascists. It's in their name. They're Antifa. You know what I mean? Antifa. All right. But, if you're actually trying to limit speech and stop people from going about their daily lives like Antifa does and does still today,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
they're actual fascists. Like they're stopping people from thinking a certain way. I get you can disagree with them. That's fine.
Yeah.
Opinion
Oh
of
yeah.
thought, whatever. Great. But you're physically forcing and shutting down differing opinions in America, which is a free society. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen. I don't agree with people that are racist at all.
Not at
Like
all.
what they say. But do I think they deserve to be completely shut down? Like they're not allowed to say anything through their point of view. Do
Yeah.
I think
No.
it's
Yeah.
completely hateful and wrong? Yes, I do.
Yeah. Of
But I
course.
believe wholeheartedly in free speech.
Yeah.
Unless it leads to the harm of someone.
Correct. Unless it's
So you're
like
calling for the death of someone or
yes.
a certain group to be someone, to do harm to a certain group.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
But when it
Hate
comes to
speech is bad. Yeah.
ideas and thoughts, when it comes to like you don't like something or someone,
Yeah.
that's fine. But once it comes to that, leading to actual violence against a group, then I disagree with that.
Yeah.
But Antifa was just like shutting everyone's fucking thoughts out. And this
Hey,
is
can you
what
believe we got people who don't like us?
imagine that. But this is who Antifa is. Like I guarantee this guy who runs this fucking subreddit is probably Antifa. I mean,
Probably.
or he agrees with Antifa,
Or
but
he's held.
he talks about fascism, but he's an actual fascist.
He's probably the guy that holds the megaphone that makes police siren noises in people's
I mean,
faces.
listen, you guys can disagree if you guys on the side of anyone's listening on the side of Antifa, go
You
look
can
at what
disagree
they
with
do.
us. Yeah,
Go
but you
look
can
at
disagree with
I
us.
mean, it's on fucking YouTube. I mean, it's everywhere. Go look at what they actually do. If they are hindering just from people having a different idea, a different opinion on the world, okay? If they're hindering their ability, like MAGA, because they like Trump, and they stop them, they want to either close their events down, riot, whatever, do physical harm to them, whatever they do, because someone likes a different candidate or is on a different side of the political spectrum.
Correct.
But in their heads, they have been fed this shit in their minds that he's an actual Nazi or fascist or whatever like that. But in turn, they're the ones actually being a Nazi and fucking fascist. Like
Correct.
plain and day, fucking watching them. Just fucking Google it. You will see that I'm right.
These guys have no idea what these people went through in Nazi Germany.
Oh, we
Like,
already had the
and that's
podcast.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, y'all they have no clue about real fascism, real Nazis. Is what I'm saying.
Just because someone is a different political party than you doesn't mean they're a fucking fascist. It doesn't mean they're a fucking Nazi. And no matter how many times you fucking say it, it's not going to make it true.
No.
Now you can believe in your head and try to justify things, and that's where serious things happen.
Mhm.
Okay, that's where you start getting brainwashed. All right, and like these people, a lot of these people are they brainwash themselves either because a lot of people they want to be part of a tribe, right?
Yeah.
Weak-minded people really have to want to be part of a tribe. All right, like when I mean tribe is like a group like Antifa or something like that, right?
And here's the thing: is I mean, there's extreme far right people.
Yeah,
I don't agree with them either.
Yeah, there are extreme far right people.
Yeah,
but MAGA ain't it.
no, shit, no.
All right, it's
No
not.
matter how much you want, how much they want you to believe.
You want to go Antifa. You go to the KKK's doorstep.
I promise you, we're from Mississippi.
Go do that.
That is not.
We'll agree with that. Go fuck with them. Go ahead. But not people because they like a certain candidate. You know, like you've lost your fucking head, and our entire society has fucking lost its head. Like how polarizing people are. Like we say this a lot, but their fucking world revolves around politics, Grant.
Crazy. Let me ask
Entire existence revolves around politics.
It's so, and the thing about it is that everybody's a clan member and everybody is. Let me ask you a question, Ed. Me and you are probably from what most people would consider the most racist state in America, Mississippi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have never seen a Klans person in my life. I've never.
I was born in '83 in Mississippi.
Yeah, I was born in '84.
I was there 21 years. I was in Mississippi.
Yeah, never. I'm still here. Still never seen them.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't exist.
No, I'm not saying that either.
But maybe it's just the way we grew up.
You would think at one point
in
time.
I literally grew up on a farm in Mississippi, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, if you went, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say this: if you would have went on Ed's property, you would have thought they're gonna come out to get you from everywhere.
It looks like that. It looks like a Mississippi burning area.
Oh, it does. It definitely does.
But no, I mean, we grew up. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's how we grew up. Maybe we never experienced it.
Well, here's the thing: is where we're from, we were the minority.
Yeah,
that's the truth.
But everyone got along. College
exactly.
towns, and everyone got along.
Of course.
I'm not saying everybody, but majority of people got along.
Yeah.
Because majority of people were adults.
Yeah.
Not fucking brainwashed by these little tribes, cults, pretty much what they are.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. Antifa is a cult. I mean, that's what it is. The far left has been turning into a cult. All right. Yeah. And people are wanting to become part of these tribes, and they don't. They want to be part of these tribes and fit in and belong somewhere. That they let themselves get just wrapped up in this brainwash way of thinking, they cannot they cannot function without it.
Correct. It's so
they
bad.
Cannot have original thought.
Not at all. But listen, it's so bad that even when people who are on the left say something nice about Trump, they're like Bill Maher. You remember that? You saw that? Did you see that thing? His interview?
Yeah. Well, Bill Maher is now far right.
Well, oh yeah, God, yeah, he's
far right.
He's a Nazi now too.
Yeah. Dude, Joe Rogan has. I've always. I don't agree with Joe Rogan on a lot of things.
No.
But I've always known him to be more of a centrist, more liberal leaning, like classic liberal leaning.
Classic.
I've always thought him like that, but I still love.
Even Elon Musk was classic liberal.
He was. Like all these guys were just classic liberals, but now fucking Joe Rogan is one of the most hated fucking people by the far left.
Yep.
Because eventually he endorsed Trump and everything like that, and they lost their shit big time then.
Oh God!
But remember, like they even started like lying on him. Remember CNN and the fucking what was it? Ivermectin telling it's only a horse dewormer, and I was like, come on, dude. And they brought him up on so many things, but like that's just an example. Like, if we were back in the early 90s, Joe Rogan would still be considered pretty much a leftist, honestly. I mean, he's more centrist, but he would be considered a Democrat.
Dude,
if we really were serious about it.
here's
But
the thing is,
now it has shifted so fucking bad that
it's
he
bad.
is now almost far right
But
considered
here's the
today.
thing. This is the thing, because I'll tell you this. My parents voted for Bill Clinton. Like, that was a whole different Democrat. You know what I mean? Like, that's how far it's been from Bill Clinton win. Sorry. First time. But that just shows you how big the shift has gone from that amount of time to where we are now. How much it's changed from there. You know what I mean? I mean,
My
hell,
dad voted for Ross
shit.
Perot.
Yeah. You know? Wow, I'm actually shocked. I'm actually surprised. Figured he'd have went out.
He did. He voted for Ross Perot. You know, Ross Perot was actually like the first Trump.
Yeah,
talking
that
about
is
shit
true.
like that.
That is true.
Now, he brought up a lot of good points back in the day.
Mhm.
And but anyway, let's not get too political. But the
No,
point
it's
of
not.
this is to highlight that this is happening in gaming too.
Yeah.
Like, politics has encompassed gaming, and gamers, we just want, like, fuck, just make. I mean, simple. Make good character designs. Leave all of our fucking new deisms out of fucking gaming.
That's it.
If you're especially some fan, I understand if you're making something similar to our world, you know, a game like that. But if you're making a fantasy game, like, leave the fucking crap out of it.
Or
Make it fantasy. We want to be involved and lose ourselves in these games. But once you
correct.
start adding shit like BioWare and Dragon Age of Elgard with the top surgery scars, I mean, you're fucking losing me here. You're
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah.
You lost me. Okay.